Before I start, I just want to say thank you to everyone who watched my last video. Like, seriously, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. I've always dreamed of being able to make content, and my first official video that I uploaded a few days ago literally blew my expectations out of the water. I could not have ever hoped for my first video to do as well as it's doing. I was and still am very proud of that video, and by all means is it not perfect, but to see the reception of that video be overwhelmingly positive and achieve things like over 20,000 views in just over 48 hours is insane. And everyone discussing the video and Fortnite in general in the comments is just so awesome to watch. I owe all of this traction to you people, so thank you. Please do subscribe so you don't miss when I upload, because I have a new burning passion for my YouTube channel and all of the videos I want to create and share with you all. Now with the sappy stuff out of the way, please enjoy the video. Ladies and gentlemen, Defaults and Sweats, Chapter 5 is officially over. I have my opinions on it and I'm sure you do too, but to keep this video about its topic, which is the Prelude event and Chapter 2 remix, all I will say is that I am very glad to be off of that map and onto newer things, finally. About a week leading up to the end of Chapter 5, we started getting a bunch of teasers for Chapter 2 remix, and look, I don't care who you are or what your qualifications are, these teasers were actual cheeks. Like, bro, come on, what on earth was Epic thinking? Who on earth signed off on this, bro? It was just reused footage with skin PNGs slapped over the skins that would like end up being in the mini pass. Just overall, it was really bad. The very last teaser would finally be fully animated with the skins, but gosh, I will never understand the point of these lazy teasers. Anyways, it's been like 3 minutes and I've already ranted. My bad. In addition to these teasers, Epic also teased a big giant end of chapter event that would take us into Chapter 2 Remix, and they called it Fortnite Remix The Prelude. I won't lie, this name actually sounded pretty cool, but silly me for having faith in Epic Games in 2024, because this would be about the only thing the event had going for it. In fact, how about I just show you my reaction to the event? I streamed it live on Twitch, which you should go follow, because I would love to stream and make more videos. So if you haven't yet, go follow me there. The link is below. Anyways, here's my reaction to when the event started. And also, quick headphone warning. Whoa! What the?
No way. No.
What am I watching? Yeah, I was pretty pissed, and dare I say it, rightfully so, because what on earth was that? It was actually astonishing. Aside from the raw, primal, animalistic rage I was feeling watching that event, the other thing in the back of my mind was just, wow, they actually stooped this low. I didn't think it was possible for Epic to make an event this bad, and I genuinely do mean that. I don't know why I haven't really heard people talk about this yet, but did anyone else realize that we basically just didn't even get an event? Like, at all? No, seriously, think about it. They just threw up a screening of the Ice Spice and Snoop Dogg concert in Times Square on the restored real screen, added some buildings around the map, and then just called it a day. Trust me, I wish I was underselling it, but that was actually it. Oh, but Harry, what about the big rift butterfly that we flew into? Yeah, what about it? You really expect me to believe that sorry excuse of a callback to this game's original and incredible story justifies how much of a lazy, uninspired cash grab failure of an event that was? No. This event was just flat out bad. Whether you compare it to the past events or not, this was just lame. But boy, oh boy, do I love comparing things in Fortnite. It's even funnier to me that they chose to show this dumpster fire of an event before bringing us back to Chapter 2 specifically. And why is that? April 23rd, 2020. Travis Scott's Astronomical. Just saying the name of this in-game concert releases dopamine in the brains of people who were there for this event. Arguably one of the coolest things ever done in a video game, visually, sound-wise, and color-wise. Yes, even my collab-disliking self will admit that this was one of the best things that has ever taken place within this game. But why do I bring up this event specifically? The main difference between these two quote-unquote concerts is that one of them wasn't a concert at all. Prelude was literally just watching a live stream within the game. It wasn't interactive, there was zero lore, and ultimately what it ended up being was a real-life concert shown in Fortnite, as opposed to the Travis Scott concert, which was a classic crazy Fortnite-themed concert/event based around Travis Scott. I hope how I'm trying to draw the differences between these two makes sense. And yes, there was close to no lore in the Travis Scott concert either, but the ending of that experience did have us flying through a 0-point themed galaxy area as we approached the Rift Butterfly, who had significant meaning to the game's story at that time, and what would ultimately take us back to the Chapter 2 map after the concert. But anyways, it just feels so disrespectful to see Epic calling this a super big end of chapter concert when once again, you have already established what an in-game Fortnite concert looks like with the astronomical. Like, what a huge letdown. I'm genuinely convinced that if you showed someone the Travis Scott event and then immediately after showed them the Prelude event with Snoop Dogg and Ice Spice, and then asked them which one came first, they would say the Prelude, because it is simply just the worst event of the two. So surely the Travis Scott concert came second because it was so much better, and obviously had more work put into it. Well, unfortunately for you, hypothetical person, you're wrong when you should be right. Now obviously Epic doesn't need to, and realistically can't, top every previous event with the next one, but at least give us something decent. Like, why did the mini event with Dr. Doom from Chapter 5, which was also pretty lame, but at least it lasted across multiple games and was highly interactive, have more work and depth put into it than the event that ended the chapter itself? There just isn't a clear line of reasoning for me in this decision. I just don't understand it. But oh my goodness, just when we thought it could not get any worse, Epic decided to curse us with the Chapter 2 Remix official trailer. And look, I'm just going to show you my reaction to it on stream again, because, oh my gosh. I don't know.
Oh my god.
Now, was I overreacting? Absolutely, yes, and there's no denying that, and I can admit that. However, I was very upset, and I still am. Just not as much now. I mean, this trailer was really jarring if you played the original Chapter 2. Chapter 2 was chock full of originality and a deep story between multiple different opposing forces, and literally within the battle pass itself, you sometimes got to pick which side you would take. Like, come on, how cool was that? With Chapter 1 Season OG, for the most part, it felt like old times, and that was awesome. But then, when they decided to take us back to Chapter 2, which by the way, felt way too soon, they decided to try and rewrite the chapter's history by making it feature popular rap and hip-hop artists. Like, what is going through your head, Epic? Like, it took more work to do that. No one was asking for that. Not a single person was asking for that. I just don't understand anymore. You take people's favorite POIs of all time from one of their favorite seasons of all time and just slather them in collab garbage. Like, Eminem got his time back in the light back when we were going into Chapter 5. So why is he back again? And why does he have 4 different skins of himself? And like, Snoop Dogg's music career started in like 1992. The average age of Fortnite players in 2024 is between the ages of 18 and 24, which means that he was almost a decade into making music by the time some of these players were born. My point being, they don't listen to Snoop Dogg on a regular basis, or ever for that matter. And do not get me started on Ice Spice. I am completely convinced that this person has never touched Fortnite once, or even thought about it for that matter. I'm especially salty towards her because she ruined one of my favorite POIs from Chapter 2, which was the shark. Sharks are just my favorite animal, so I'm extremely biased. But regardless, she falls into the same boat as the rest of these people who have nothing, no affiliation, and no correlation with Fortnite whatsoever. You know, normally season trailers get me super hyped for the next early morning when I either stay up or get up early to play them right when they drop. But when this trailer ended, I ended my stream right then and there out of pure disappointment and defeat, even though the game was still playable for some stupid reason. My hope was just shattered right before my eyes. They can tinker with and change the present and future of this game all they want, but the second you start to undo the not perfect but brilliant work of Donald Mustard and his former team that worked on Battle Royale, you are treading dangerous waters, Epic. Now, saltiness aside, I have to be honest with you all. Do I enjoy Chapter 2 Remix so far? Yes, I do. Quite a lot, actually. It's quite funny because I genuinely don't know what to expect from this company anymore. They show off a trailer that had my heart just in the pit of my stomach in seconds, but then when I logged on, I was met with a very wacky loot pool that personally I've been having a lot of fun with, minus the lack of shields. That really sucks. To name a few other things I've been enjoying, the return of the original Fortnite cars was so unexpected and a very nice surprise. I miss driving the pickup trucks and the big rigs and everything, and not to mention the crazy bug with the white car right now. That is one of the most fun things that my friends and I have been dealing with, is the white car and just hitting each other across the map. It's hilarious. There are hints of other seasons from Chapter 2 around the map, and just in general, the map feels a lot like the original Chapter 2 map, and it's just very nice to be back on it. And perhaps the most surprising thing of all, while they didn't keep the mythic drum gun's name and look the exact same, they kept its same overpowered stats. Same with the heavy AR and the boom bow. I would not have expected this from Epic Games in a million years, but I'm very happy to see it. I also like the addition of bosses following you around after you defeat them. It's pretty unique and not super harmful, and I just think it's kind of cool. And I'm also very glad that shaking down knocked enemies has made a return, because I think that's a very valuable risk and reward in the heat of battle option that you should have whenever fighting in Fortnite. Do I still hate the fact that the awesome location that used to be called the Agency is now called the Dog Pound? Absolutely, yes, it's a disgrace, without a doubt. Am I fed up with this season's awful frame drops and impossible stuttering on PC? More than you know. But I would be lying if I said I wasn't having fun. Laughing with my friends in casual games or playing ranked with my goated duo, this mini season is such a breath of fresh air compared to Chapter 5 so far. There's still a long way to go in the season, and as far as my expectations right now, I don't really have any. I'm just going to try and make the most of it, even if I don't like all the decisions they've made. I thought about boycotting the season or the crossover POIs when I was really frustrated at first, but boycotting for the most part is stupid. Personally, I'm not going to deny myself the potential fun of this month. If you truly don't enjoy it or have no interest, then by all means, stay away from it. It's your decision after all. I'm having fun so far, but right now, my opinion is just indifferent, and I think a lot of people feel the same way. I'll be streaming Chapter 2 Remix a ton on my Twitch channel this month, so please be sure to go follow me there and hang out in the chat, as I'm trying to grow over there just as much as I am here on YouTube. Please do subscribe to the channel so you don't miss my next video, and the next one I'm cooking up is going to be a pretty controversial and juicy one. It's about some pretty recent news we just got about Fortnite regarding this coming December, so you can probably figure out what it is, but I'm not going to say anything just to kind of keep the video still a surprise whenever it drops. So stay tuned for that. You're not going to want to miss it. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a good one. Peace.